All right, let's try this again. All right, guys. Reading for 26 October through the 31st of October, and I am going to be pulling a specific. I'm going to be pulling another set of cards for Halloween for Samhain, and I will also be pulling an individual reading for um, each of my Patreon followers. So I'm going to start off with the week of 26 October up until Halloween. 31st of October. All right, so here we go. The first card I got here, and I'm pulling from my Marigold Tarot deck today, so, how can I not? Leading up to Samhain, right? So we have the Tower. We have the Ace of Swords. And then we have the Five of Cups. So already we see that we're going to be experiencing a rough week. And that's okay. That's okay because it builds character, right? So let me go over these one at a time. I've got the Tower. So this tells us to remain poised in the face of strife. You may be faced with calamity, struggle, conflict, misjudgment, challenges, and momentous changes, right? So knowing the outcome will be disastrous. All right, like we know that the outcome is not going to be good. Okay, so this is when we want to take a step back and evaluate how you're going to handle the situation. I can't see my face. You probably want to see my face, huh? So how are you going to handle the situation? You already. It's not like you're not knowing how it's going to turn out. You already know how it's going to turn out. So. This is finding that fortitude to handle it. We know we can handle it. Evaluate it introspectively, and how are you going to handle it? Take the initiative to act and evolve from this experience, okay? Then we have the Ace of Swords that comes behind that, okay? So this tells us these are breakthroughs, thoughts, like confronting facts and problems through analytical processing and thinking. So this is communicating, this is thinking, actively creating solutions. So we know an outcome is going to be bad. All right. So take the initiative to think it through analytically, and how are you going to handle it? This tells us that we have the strength, that we're going to actually even see opportunities come from this, right? The blooming rose here, right? So don't take things on face value. You're going to want to deal with them decisively, okay? Don't take things on face value. Think about it. Like, actually invest the time to put thought into it, okay? You deserve it. And guess what? Not everything, even though we are able to get through things, doesn't mean we're happy about it, all right? Sometimes we got to face the facts that we have to do things and make decisions that doesn't make everybody happy, and that doesn't even make us happy. That's why we're looking on the big picture here, all right? So when we get the Five of Cups, we're seeing regret, loss, mourning, disappointment, okay? So sorrow can be extremely poisonous, all right? If we find ourselves inconsolable, we're gonna be depressed. We're gonna let that emotion control us, all right? So make sure that we're controlling our emotions as to not dive into a pit of despair. If we're acting on what we know is good and just, then feelings are going to get hurt. But you know what? You nurse through it and you get out of it. So don't find yourself inconsolable and allowing your sorrow to poison you. Okay, the Tower, expect some crazy shit to happen, and deal with it. Like, put your big girl panties on and deal with it, right? And make those hard decisions. But you got to act decisively and think things through. Okay, for this week. But, we'll see the transits here in a little bit. Might explain a little bit. We got a lot of stuff in Venus right now. They're just moved into Venus. We got an Aries moon. We'll get into that later. Don't let that get the best of your emotions, all right? Lust and shadows.